What is up, guys? FallenRedZeo here, back doing another LEGO review. This time we have the LEGO Star Wars 20th Anniversary Imperial Dropship Edition. And so this is, of course, like pretty cool set 75262. And it's, you know, one of the small, cheaper sets and everything, but it's overall pretty decent set. I mean, it's real cheap, and you get a bunch of these Stormtrooper figures and everything, and of course the Han and everything that we'll look at. But the ship, you know, is pretty cheaply, like, it's not much to it, but it's kind of got a cool little feature and everything that I find interesting and everything. But let's look at the figures. Oh, but first I want to show the book. I always forget. So first, here's the book again, since I don't have the box to fit into the screen and everything. Here's a look at pretty much what the box looks like, except for obviously this stuff down here. But there's a picture of it again with the outline stuff for the 20th anniversary with the little logo there. And so if we open it again, we've got the 20 years ago for the whole LEGO stuff, and then of course we have the original dropship from 2008, the Imperial Dropship, which, you know, looks pretty similar, I would say, not too much different from there. And then of course the one today that we have there as well. So again, the guns are different, which I kind of like the ones on the old one. And then of course we've got all our little 20th anniversary minifigures, with this one coming with Han Solo, and then of course all the packs there that I now completely all have. And then usually the next page is pictures from the show and or from the movies, but since this dropship has never been in a movie or anything, it's not pictured here, which, as you can see by the picture, it's the drop off at Tatooine, so probably in search of the droids and everything. Of course, we never got to see that in the movie. But let's look at the figures. So this figure up here is the Shadow Trooper, I believe is what it's called. So it is a Stormtrooper that is just all blacked out and everything. And of course, it has the new sculpt or molded head, just like all the others that we'll see. But of course, in the black, it's hard to see all the details and everything onto it. But just all black, has some like silver paintings onto it. So there's some silver little squares there, one on the top of the head, over here on the side of the face. Then of course the mouth is all silver again. I don't know if you guys can see that very well on this figure or not. Take the helmet off, and then we got, of course, the clone trooper head. Again, no back printing or anything on those. And then of course we have the chest plate. Again, it's the same, pretty much same exact design as the other Stormtroopers. He's just an all black body instead of the white, but you can see all the armor plating and little button stuff, his belt, and then of course some additional designs there on the printed onto the legs and everything. Nothing on the arms or anything. And then the back as well, again for the chest piece armor. And then he has a gun as well, it's just still attached on the other side of the ship. And then we have the Stormtroopers, which we'll just look at one since they're all the same pretty much. So again, the new molded Stormtrooper helmet there. So again, I like the way it fits a lot better. Like, I know when I got like the old clone trooper and stuff, when you put their helmets on, you could still see their like heads and stuff under the helmet, but this time we don't, which I like that design. It just looks really big. The helmets look ginormous and everything, but we got the classic Star Wars look of the helmet there and everything. So you can see the mouth, of course the eyes, there's the same spots that are on this one that are the gray color, were silver on the Shadow Trooper there, so that looks really good. Again, the same clone face, nothing on the back or anything there. Then it does have the exact same printings and stuff as the Shadow Trooper, again obviously on the white body instead of the black. So it's got the same armor markings, the belt, and then of course the leg printings, and then of course the armor on the back as well. And then we just have all white until you have the black gloves there. And then they all do have these stud shooter guns, which I just hate these guns so much because I just like the normal looking guns that were in, like I said, in the picture from the original set. I like those guns a lot better. They actually look like guns and stuff, but they have these stud shooters because they add more play to it and stuff. I guess that's why they throw it in. And then we have the shuttle here itself, or the dropship. So again, very small, you know, basic design, nothing too much detail going on to it and stuff. So you can obviously take all their guns and attach them in here. So then also creates guns for the ship, as you can see the one on the side here. So you can just stick them all in there. You can open up the like cockpit here, so it's just this like, you know, glass piece here that you open up. Then you can take the Shadow Trooper, because he's like the designated driver, I guess, and just pop him onto the studs there, and then you can kind of lean back a little if you want to sit in the actual seat. But then you just close that over the top of him so he's in there, and you can see the little control stickers and stuff there as well for that. But there's pretty much all it does for him. So then we just have the design here, getting to hold the gun. I wish something would go on here, because it's got the little pieces, you know, the I don't know what those are even called, but the empty pieces in there. So it'd be cool if you could stick something in there. But then we have the wings on top, of course, the Imperial logo there. And so we have the wings that you can obviously flip them up and, you know, move these actual wings around and stuff to, you know, to put them in whatever position you want to make it look like flying and everything. But if you lift the wings up, you then have this piece that falls out, which is where you sit the other troopers. So we'll just like take one and sit him on the back here like that, and so there they just kind of sit and you put the other two there, and so then you can obviously have them in here, and it's just a weird little device where if you fold the wings down, it then closes it off so it won't really come out, but then if you just lift it up, it just slides right off. But it's kind of cool because if you know, since it's a drop ship, it comes flying in, you lift the wings up, if I can grab on it, lift the wings up, kind of drops them off in there. We have 3 guys onto the ground now to find the droids that the Empire is looking for. So it's, you know, pretty simple, but I do actually like that. I wish it was more like locked into place, so you wouldn't have to, you know, if you're just carrying it around or something, moving it around, it wouldn't fall off. But if you actually, you know, lift this up, it can just slide right off and you possibly lose something. But yeah, I just like the whole, it slides onto like the Technic piece there and then just attaches onto it, and it kind of stays on, like I said, until you lift the wings up. And again, you can put the other 2 troopers on there as well. So again, not too much detail or anything besides that the ship does. Again, here's a look at the ship without the piece. Again, not a whole lot of details going into it, and everything looks like some, you know, like engines or something there. Again, just very plain and basic. Again, very much a cheap set, but I think this was raised in price from what it technically should have been. I think for a set like this, it should be more close to like the $10, but of course you do get the 4 troopers all together, and then of course the Han throw in, and I think this was about $20, so they kind of raised the price up quite a bit. I feel maybe like $15 says what it should be, with all the additional troopers and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of just a fun little design overall. I thought it would work a little bit different, but seeing how it does, I actually do kind of enjoy it. Wish it was a little more stable and sturdy and locked in and everything, but it's not too bad for what it is for that. And then of course the last thing we have to look at is the Han Solo figure. Again, the classic design Han with the yellow skin and everything of the original Lego pieces. We've got his old original molded hair there. Again, it looks very classic and everything for Lego. Then, of course, the classic Han Solo outfit. So we have the black vest, the cream color shirt, which you can see the sleeves down there, and then the blue pants, which are normally dark blue, but for the minifigure, they did the light blue. You can see his belt, and then, of course, his thigh holster there as well. And then, of course, the classic style gun with this molded design with a blue stud on the front of it and stuff. Very classic Lego to me, bringing back a lot of memories. Then, of course, we have the 20 years Lego Star Wars print there on the back, and then of course also on this base as well with Han Solo from Lego Star Wars 99 to 2019 there as well. So again, just very classic looking Lego figure there as well. And so I think that's pretty much it, you know, small set, so not long of a review. So that's going to be it for this Lego Imperial Dropship set 75262 for the Lego Star Wars 20th anniversary edition. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, leave a thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you want to see more Lego videos on the channel. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.